Hi, I'm Shannon from houseimprovements.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to remove wall tiles from a bath and shower off the walls for replacement. I'm going to actually show you two different methods depending on what you're actually doing. One thing to consider, if you're leaving your bathtub, like you're reusing the bathtub and you're not moving it, you're just changing the tiles for instance, then you'll want to protect your bathtub. So usually what I do is I run some masking tape around the top edge, and I'll put a blanket inside, and sometimes even I'll then also tape some poly over top to just kind of form a bag inside of here. So the blanket will protect from things that drop into it, and the poly will kind of catch all the shrapnel, because what happens if you just throw a blanket in here like this and you're trying to protect the tub is some of the little particles end up falling under the blanket, and then you're walking in the tub and you end up scratching the tub anyways. So I'm not saving this tub, but I just want to show you a couple different ways you can do this, whether you're saving the tub or not. So in our first method, I'm going to show you what I would do when I'm not saving the tub, and I'm also going to show you in both methods, I'm going to show you how to get this off without having to actually remove every individual tile. We're going to, for this side, on this end, I'll show you the method I just explained with not removing the tub. I'm just going to simply cut with the drywall saw up this edge of the tile. I'm going to break off this row of tiles about in the middle so that I can cut across to there. And then I'm going to pry these two pieces off the wall, so that we don't have to, like I said, take every individual tile off. Now, no matter what you're doing, you're going to want to cut the silicone along the top of the tub and the bottom of the tile all the way around, and you may have silicone in the corners as well. So anywhere that it's attached to the wall with silicone or caulking, just cut it. For this method, because this room's getting gutted and I'm not really caring what happens to this drywall, I'm not going to worry about cutting any caulking or silicone here, but I will cut it off the tub. And just simply a utility knife is all you need. It might take a couple passes to get the whole cut right through. I should have that. And there's a lot of times some silicone in the corner as well, so just run your knife up there. Okay, so I'm going to wear some ear protection and eye protection. Bits and pieces of this tile can be very sharp, the little shards, so you want to protect yourself. You may even want gloves because it is sharp to the touch. So I want to break a row of tiles off about in the middle, or wherever I want to split my pieces up. So just because we're not worried about this surface in this example, I'm just going to get the bar along the edge there, hit it with the hammer, and hopefully flake that tile right off. Now, if you're protecting your tub, one thing you can do is run a couple rows of masking tape on here so that all those little pieces aren't just flying everywhere, and hopefully the bigger tiles aren't just flopping in the tub. Or if you have some assistants, they can kind of catch those pieces before they hit the tub. So just get under the edge. Most likely they're going to break like that one just did, but hopefully they come off in half decent pieces. So you can see in this case the tile's kind of breaking about 4 or 5 pieces. So I can kind of catch it, get rid of it. If I had the room in here for a garbage can with all the video equipment, I'd have a garbage can handy, but I don't. So I'm just going to remove the rest of this row. Okay, so I've got that center row broke out, and I'm just going to cut, like I said, with the drywall saw. I like to use a handsaw just because if there's some wiring back there, whatever, there's less chance I'm going to do any major damage with a handsaw. If I was to use a reciprocating saw, there's a much higher chance that I'm going to, cut right through that wire and short it out before I realize I've even touched it. And I'm not sure, there might be a piece of 2x4 here. Just need to get in here, get started. Yeah, so I think there's a block of 2x4 back here, so I'm not able to get my saw right in there. In that case, if I had my recip saw handy, I would just use it because there's less chance that I'm gonna go right through the wood too, and it'll be quicker than this. But okay, so I got through there. In all reality, I could have just come out here and cut, because this is coming off anyways, but once I get past that. We've got cement backer board here instead of drywall. So it's a little tougher. And I think I'm just going to smash it. Okay, so we've got that. I'm just wondering if there's a bit of space here. That seems solid. I'm just gonna try to get this started there. So, like I said, the whole idea of doing this way is so you don't have to smash every one of those tiles off and have all that mess to clean up. We should be able to basically pull this out and pry this whole lower section right off the wall. Once you get it coming, comes along pretty good. Get it out so far. Watch your fingers with the nails or screws that might be holding it. Now I've kind of opened it up like a door, and if I lift down here on the bottom, I should be able to pull it free from the corner. Like that. So we got that whole, whatever that is, basically 3-foot square chunk off without having to basically hammer off all that tile. Okay, so really be the same thing for this up here. Cut along, smash it across, rip it off. It'll all come off, and it'll be the same across the back. The other method I want to show you is if you are leaving the tub in place, like not changing the tub, you want to reuse it. So you'll, like I said, you'll have your masking tape on the back here. A blanket in the tub just for general protection, and then I would drape plastic in and tape it to this just to kind of create a bag to catch all the little shrapnel pieces. Now I obviously don't have the bag on here for this one, but so that's that. Now this case would be if you're leaving the tub in place, you're not wanting to hopefully disturb this drywall, and you're going to retile or put a tub surround on or something like that, then normally what I would do is smash this row off so that I can make my cut back here where I know it'll be hidden underneath the new tile again. That way really I don't even have to do any mudding or anything. I can simply put my new backer board or curdy board or whatever I'm putting under my tiles, butt it up to this cut. When I put the tiles on, they'll cover the cut, and it's just going to speed things up a lot quicker. So I'm going to smash this row off here and again across the center so that we can do that without disturbing this. We don't end up with this like we had here. With this case, I could do the same thing, but I'd either have to mud this all in so it isn't exposed, or run my tile out a little wider to cover, you can see the damage that I did here and there. So so I'm gonna just start at the top here, and same thing, just get these tiles off. Oh, just about forgot, because we're I'm trying to show you how you can save this, so we need to cut any caulking that might be in there so I don't rip the drywall. So just try to carefully cut right in that corner. It's pretty tough caulking, that one. So we'll get rid of a row of tiles here. Now, if I was saving the tub, I generally wouldn't have dropped the tiles in there like that. I'd be dropping them in a can. But so you can see as I get the tiles kind of separating, I'm just kind of grabbing them with my hand, trying not to allow them to drop in the tub and damage the tub. Just trying to use the bar to spread out that force, because we've got a stud. The problem is we've got a stud here, nothing in between, right? So you don't have a lot of prying strength. And these tiles are stuck on there so well. If we can just get this one last stubborn piece off. Well, let's cut that and just see if we can make that work. So it'd be helpful if you used a level or something and made yourself a straight line here to follow. That way when you put your new product in, you know, you just got a nice straight edge to follow. Just for this example, I'm not worrying about that, but there actually might be the joint here, I think right here, where the hardy backer, the cement board, meets up to the drywall. Somewhere here is probably a joint. So if I could find that, chances are it would just break off there, and I can't really get to it, so I'll just cut it. See if I can maybe get behind it here. It's fighting me every step of the way, this piece. Yeah, the problem is this is the edge right here, and there's lots of fasteners in it by the look of it. Okay, so our joint is actually quite a ways. It's just inside of this, so this would still work for us. If I can get those fasteners out. Of course, the heads of the screws are full of adhesive or whatever they used here. Just nothing's quite cooperating. See if that helps a bit. Yeah, those are long screws. Now let's see if If we can carefully pry this, we might not have to cut it. No, it's wanting to catch my edge of the drywall, so if we were trying to save that, it wouldn't work out very well. I'm going to just cut right down here. We'll be able to peel that piece off, and then you can work away at that little piece. Well, this side ended up still being a heck of a lot of work, but you can see basically the idea. What I was trying to do is not have to smash off every one of these tile, because they just end up, I don't know if you can really see in the tub, just ends up with a whole bunch of shrapnel in the tub and a lot of work to clean up and smash it off. So usually if you can get this to come off in some little bigger pieces, if this was drywall behind there, it's quite a bit easier than with the cement board backer. But as you can see, you still can get it even if it is cement board. Okay, so I did my best to show you the two different ways. This side definitely is giving me more grief, but basically the idea is to try to not disturb this if you're leaving the bathtub, and then you don't have to re-drywall all this, just what's underneath the tile itself. Another good idea, this was a cement board product, so if you run into that and you're going to be cutting it, a dust mask is a good idea. That dust can be a little bit bad for your lungs, so that'd be a good idea to have a dust mask. So you've seen what I did here. Basically you do the same thing on the back wall. Hopefully you have better luck. If it's cement board, it is always going to be a little tougher to do, but if it's drywall, it'll come off even easier than this piece over here came off. So you just got to get it started, and the screws pop right out of it. So your tile could be stuck on really hard, like they were definitely on better on this wall than over here. This other wall, once I got them started, they came off in a couple, 3 pieces, not too much trouble. So it just gives you a little bit of insight on a couple different ways, a couple different methods for removing the tile around your shower or bathtub, so that you can change it and get things a little more modern than whatever you're replacing. So hopefully that showed you enough of what you need to do. If you like what you've seen, or you like our channel in general, just give us the click on the thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. And you can leave comments below here. You can go to our forum if you have questions on your project. And follow us on Facebook or any of that, Twitter, or anything that you want to do. So appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you next time.